And it's Boozer penetrating.
The Lakers winning the amnesty bidding this summer to bring in Carlos Boozer. He had a down season a year ago, but on the final year of his contract, he'll have some extra motivation to bounce back.
At the line for two.
And he sinks the second. Carlos Boozer amnestied by the Bulls this offseason after 4 years in Chicago. They still have to pay his salary, Steve, but it doesn't count against their cap.
Yeah, that's been rumored for a couple of years, and it finally came true, Kevin. So a new team for Boozer, looking to bounce back after what was one of the worst seasons of his career, at least statistically.
Young, a screen on Paul. And Young, here we go. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists in the game. Deep 2 from Crawford. Shot is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. With some arc. The shot's good from Ellington.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And Boozer last season had expressed his unhappiness with the rotation in Chicago. Passed over for the younger Taj Gibson in the fourth quarter. Gibson was seen as a more reliable defender, though, and typically coaches default to defense late in games. Boozer with plenty of motivation this season to prove his worth as far as fourth quarter minutes go.
Young for 3, and that's collected by Smith.
You know, he's capable of making that shot, but I'd really like to see him take it to the hoop there.
The shot's good from Paul.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let him fly.
And Boozer, a rugged rebounder and interior scorer with the ability to step out and hit that mid-range jump shot. Interesting to see how he fits in.
Paul dishes to Crawford. And another 3 for the Clippers.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Then the pass to Ellington. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. There's Crawford with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And those are not the kind of three-point opportunities you can give to shooters in the NBA. These guys are just too good.
You're exactly right. It'll burn you every time, just like it's burning them here.
Lynn, no good. Smith with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Griffin, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
It's stolen by Smith. 4-on-3 break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That is his first foul of the game.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Sacre, he's checked in for Hill. For Carlos Boozer. And it's Ryan Kelly in for Nick Young. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Johnson, he's checked in for Lance Stevenson. Sacre's shot is off.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Crawford right side, pulls it up. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 16 points for Crawford.
Right now, Jamal Crawford rolling.
Lynn, the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
The drive by Paul. And good on the basket. Book it. Paul's got 15 points in just the second half.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Nice shot by Lynn.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Here's Griffin. Second shot opportunity. Smith kicks to Crawford. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Wow, a fantastic performance from the arc here in the second half.
Ellington with it. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Smith.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Paul dishes to Smith, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a safety move.
Or maybe he just wanted to give the photographers a better angle for the shot.
That's good.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Griffin goes in and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
You know, it's interesting to look at the relationship between Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. Blake, the unquestioned top dog until CP3 arrived 3 seasons ago, and Paul's been such a vocal leader. I think it's taken them some time to find the balance in that dynamic.
And the Lakers making a change here. Rice is checked in. The Clippers also making some changes. Glenn Davis is checked in for Smith. Lance Stevenson comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Rivers in for Paul.
Wow, this fourth quarter has just been tremendous for them from deep.
Yeah, they're locked in and putting up a ton of points from outside. And Griffin, not quite as outspoken, doesn't get into teammates like Chris Paul does, but he is becoming more of a vocal leader, and that's a process, guys. It doesn't happen right away. He may focus more on encouragement rather than giving marching orders like CP3, but he is embracing that leadership role, which is a good sign.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for Los Angeles.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
Well, they can chalk this win up, but things are far from settled between these two teams. They'll see each other 3 more times before the season is over.
And they say familiarity breeds contempt. As they get to know each other a little better, you imagine things will get heated up. Tonight was only chapter 1.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Paul. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on defense that put them in the driver's seat.
Smith for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. And Doc Rivers said coming in, one of his goals was to help Griffin really solidify his standing as one of the league superstars along with CP3, with the emphasis certainly on defense.
Well, and I think Doc has accomplished that, and Griffin has accomplished that. He's gotten much better in terms of his offensive weapons, his defensive awareness, just his command of a double team when he sees that. And Griffin has become a true superstar, no doubt about it.
On the wing, Stevenson. Ellington defending, and he gets it to go.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Chris Paul.